Now, inequality is one of the key themes at the IMF Spring meetings in Washington. Guy Ryder is the Director General of the ILO. He joins me now from Washington. Guy, we've talked so many times on this programme to you about inequality, and I often wonder how you manage to sort of keep optimistic when the numbers don't necessarily go in the right direction. And again, inequality, as the global growth picks up, still remains an issue, but on the back burner.
Well, I hope it's moving to the front burner now, because what we're seeing as we gather for the meetings of the bank and the fund here is that there is increasing realization that inequality is not just a problem, a social problem for our societies, something we may deplore but not do much about, but is in fact also being recognized as a growth problem, that, you know, the levels of inequality that we have right now in society is a drag on growth. And I hope that here in Washington now we're going to start to draw some conclusions from that realization.
I know one size doesn't fit all, but if you were given the choice of one or two core policies that you would like to see adopted by IMF member countries, which ones would they be? Would it be equal pay? Would it be minimum wage? Would it be poverty safety net?
Yeah, I mean, what's quite clear is one size does not fit all, but all of the things you've mentioned have been shown in different circumstances in reducing inequality. We've seen countries like Brazil make a hole on admittedly very high levels of inequality by minimum wage policies, but also by very comprehensive social protection. And let's not forget either that, you know, one of the best ways in the world of work that you share out growth in the fairest possible way is through collective bargaining, by workers and employers sitting down together and sharing the cake in a way which is both fair and promotional of growth. So all of these things, I think, need to come very much onto, as you put it, the front burner now.
Why do you think issues of inequality simply never really get the juices flowing at events like this? Everybody pays great lip service to it, but it never quite gets there. Why do you think that is? And, I mean, you might deny that it's true, but I think you'd agree it doesn't get the emphasis it deserves.
I think for two reasons. One is we've developed quite high tolerance levels for levels of inequality which perhaps previous generations would have found surprising. But more importantly than that, I think we got ourselves into the mindset that even if we don't like it very much, inequality is the price that we pay to make the global economy turn around as quickly as we want it to do. And I think now the contrary argument is coming home to roost, if you like. That look, when economies get as unequal as they are in many cases today, you know, you run into trouble because the demand is not there. Companies are not going to invest, and they're not investing because they don't know who's going to buy their goods. So I think the big change now, and I hope it is a sea change, is a realization that inequality is not the price we have to pay for economic success. It's actually an obstacle in the way of economic success.
Good to see you, sir. As always, thank you. Guy Ryder joining me from the IMF.